And hello, a very pleasant good afternoon to everyone tuning in here live from Brevard College Ives Lamel Family Field. A men's lacrosse matchup coming here between the Brevard College Tornadoes and the Methodist University Monarchs. The Brevard sitting at 1-7 overall, 0-3 in the USA South. Going to try and pick up USA South Conference victory number 1 this afternoon. Methodist 5-6, also 0-3 in the USA South, trying to get their first win in the USA South as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at the starters for both teams. We'll go ahead and start with Methodist. Number 3, Justice Davis. Number 4, Hunter Vaughn. Number 5, Kit Allman. Number 6, Cy Horner. Number 8, Jesse Label. Number 21, Marco Romero. Number 22, Matt Pemberton. Number 44, Cameron Brink. And number 45, Ryan Kavonis. For the Tornadoes, number 3, Michael Peters. Number 6, Finnegan McCormick. Number 7, Will Scoggins. Number 10, Jack Hicks in the goalie spot. Number 11, Tristan Wallace at midfield. Jacob Gravely, number 14, the defender. Number 18, Scott Bundy. Number 20, Evan Johnson, the defender. Number 21, Andrew McDonald, an attacker. And number 27, Nate Ellen at mid. And about 7.5 minutes away from the beginning of game time. We'll be back in just a few moments, and we'll be getting ready to go between Methodist and Brevard here Saturday afternoon at Ives Lamel Family Field, a men's lacrosse matchup here. We'll be right back. Back here a few minutes away from the beginning of the game here. Brevard versus Methodist University. The Tornadoes against the Monarchs. Both teams looking for their first victory in USA South competition. Nados under head coach J.D. LeMay in year one for the team. Picked up his first victory as head coach last Thursday night against Warren Wilson. Now looking for his first conference victory as head coach. Methodist led by head coach Zach Nedbalski in his 9th season, hailing from Queens University in Charlotte. Just a few minutes away here, Nados and Monarchs, just about 3 minutes from the start of the ball game here at Ives Lamel Family Field on a windy Saturday afternoon here in Brevard, North Carolina. We'll be right back. Here at Ives Lamel Family Field on a windy Saturday afternoon in Brevard, North Carolina, just about ready to get things going here between the Brevard College Tornadoes and the Methodist University Monarchs. Brevard sitting at 1-7 overall, 0-3 in the USA South. Methodist sitting at 5-6, also 0-3 in the USA South. So both teams looking for their first USA South Conference victory here today. Starters being announced just a moment ago, and the national anthem being played. Just about ready to get going here. Players taking their spots, and Finnegan McCormick ready to face off here against number 28, it looks like Tyler Bennett. And face-off will be won by Methodist. And that is Cy Horner with the ball on the left side. Horner circling back now, looking around. And the clock issues happening here. Clock not able to get going. And first 15 minutes are stalled off as the clock having some issues here. And now the scoreboard has gone completely dead here. And now slowly coming back on. Everything seems to be back ready. See if we can get the clock going, and we can. Resetting the shot clock to 73. And some immense difficulties with that as we finally get things going here. And Nate Moore with the ball to Favreau. Now to Moore again, and now whistles being blown, and the shot clock is still not moving. Trying to get that situated. And the shot clock gets going now. And the shot is, no, a pass rather, being harassed, and now losing the ball is Pemberton. Pemberton trying to spin away, trying to get away, and now will defer. Evan Johnson on the defense. The shot is offline, and Brevard with the possession now. Michael Peters with the ball on the right side, loses it, scoops it back up, loses it once more, and is able to scoop it back up. Peters circling middle of the field, harassed by three defenders, a long pass to nobody. It is hauled in all of a sudden. No, Scoggins couldn't get it. It's brought in by Methodist. The ball is back on the ground, and now Methodist with the possession, and trying to streak away is just Jake Bandler, who is checked hard by Davenport. The pass, now the shot is no good. Offline, chasing after that is Jacob Gravely. It'll be Methodist possession. Cy Horner with the ball. Horner circling over to his right, trying to get near the goal. Gravely knocks it out on the check. Horner passes now to Moore. And now to Foster. Foster streaking inside. The pass. Now pass back behind goal. Another pass here. The shot is way offline there. Way high by Matt Pemberton. And it'll stay with Methodist. Almost 2 minutes into the opening period here. Now, circling around is Horner. Horner being defended by Gravely. Looking around, trying to find a spot. And now tries to shake Gravely, cannot. Now tries once more. Nice check by Gravely there. The pass hauled in, and the shot is on the ground, and it will be Tornado possession. Jack Hicks was the nearest Tornado to it, the goalie, and now he passes that one to Johnson. Johnson, nice little underhanded toss there. Hauled in by Tristan Wallace. Wallace now streaking up the right side. He slows down, cuts it back. And Francois in the area. Instead, it'll go to McDonald. McDonald passes to Francois now. Francois with the pass now to Scoggins. Scoggins circling around. He's going to go back behind the net. in the X. The pass now, McDonald. Leading scorer on the Tornadoes. He passes now. Wallace, the shot is spiked in front of the goal, but it'll stay with the Nados as Scoggins is the nearest player to the ball, and Scoggins now brings it in. Cutting over. Passing now, McDonald. It's out of his reach. Now Francois going to try and chase after it. It's a foot race. Francois is able to scoop it up. Francois on the left side. Looking around. Circling back now, trying to avoid the check. Now gets it to McDonald. McDonald around the 30-yard line. Tries to give it a little stutter step. Now runs it back. Pass over to Ellen. To Scoggins. And now to McDonald, who circles back. Looking around, and it'll be a nice little pass to Ellen, who's going to chase after it. It'll go out of bounds, but it'll stay with the Tornadoes. Ellen passes. Hauled in there by Peterson, I believe. Wallace falls to the ground. The ball is knocked up, and it's brought in by Methodist. Abe Zwiefka passes over to Bennett, and now the shot is offline, and it will stay with Methodist. They will say that Matt Pemberton was the closest one there. Gravely seemed to be closer, but they'll give it to Pemberton. Pemberton now falling on the check, being harassed by Gravely. Nice defense. Pass over to the left side now, circling back, and pressure coming from Zach Taylor, and the shot is going to go, no, a pass behind the goal, and another pass to the right side now, trying to shoot, and it'll be out of play. It'll stay with Methodist. About 4 minutes into this opening quarter here. Methodist ball, and the shot attempt is going to fall into the net. It is a goal from number 6, Cy Horner, and the Monarchs are up 1-0 early here on the Tornadoes as Coleman is going to come in, as well as Finnegan McCormick and Tristan Wallace. Coming out now is Scott Bundy. Face off here, and McCormick will win it. Finnegan running up the right side, avoiding checks. McCormick in space, pass to McDonald. He can't haul it in. It's kicked by the ref. It'll go out of play, and it'll be Methodist ball off the foot of the referee. And Methodist will take over the possession of the 1-0 lead here early on. And McDonald, some pressure here on Hunter Vaughn. And the pass now streaking up the field left side. Pass is out of the hands of Kit Alman. Alman chasing now is Brevard ball. Evan Johnson with the ball. He passes over to Gravely. Gravely got a lot of space on the left side now, coming up right near midfield. The pass hauled in. McDonald, nice catch. McDonald up the left side. He's got space. Looking around, drawing 2 defenders near him, and he'll circle back. Right at around the 20, he passes over to Wallace. Wallace midfield. He'll slow things down with 57 on the shot clock. He goes over to McCormick, and now he goes right back to Wallace. Wallace cutting back, right side, thinks about it, instead circles back now. Looked at Scoggins for a moment, but instead will defer back to McCormick, who is pressured, loses the ball, and now Methodist has it. Ryan Kavanis. Kavanis pass to the left side. The shot, Horner is blocked. Checked. Michael Peters, nice defense. Peters picks the ball up, and he's running with it down the right side. Peters trying to outrun Horner, cutting back between 2 defenders. He loses the ball. Nobody near him, though. He picks it back up. Now it falls out of his stick, and now he will finally be able to handle it. Tough hit there. McCormick able to shake it off. McCormick picks it up, scoops the ball out of his stick. Hard hit there at midfield, and now Andrew McDonald has the ball. McDonald loses it now, and Methodist has it. Long pass down the field is brought in by Horner. Cy Horner slowing things down on the left side at around the 30, and now he'll pass back. Subbing in now is Zach Taylor along the right side on the defense. Left side, Horner now with the ball. Kavanis to Label. Label now. Looking, passing. Kavanis now passes over to Vaughn. Vaughn now back to Kavanis, as Will Scoggins will come back in. Vaughn with it on the right side, whips it back over across to the middle, and now circling back is Matt Pemberton. Pemberton trying to go to work on the right side, going in, the shot knocked away, and a hard physical play by Evan Johnson. It'll stay with Methodist. And 7:55 to go here in the first, almost halfway through, and now they'll have to recheck it in. Vaughn passes over to Kavanis. And now Label. Now back Kavanis. Kavanis trying to go to work on Davenport. Gets an angle. Passes. Now the shot attempt. No good. It'll stay with Methodist, as Horner is able to be the nearest one to it. And now whistle's being blown. It'll go to Brevard. It'll be a turnover by Methodist. A delay of game called here against, looks like possibly Horner. Yes, it will be against Horner. And it'll be a man-up opportunity for Brevard here, as Horner has to take a seat. And the shot clock. Instructions being rendered here by the official, as McDonald gets the ball. And now long shot by Wallace is not there. It'll stay with Brevard. McCormick with the ball rather. McDonald now over to Wallace. Wallace circling back over to Ellen on the right side. Ellen past McDonald, can't haul it in. And now fighting for it is Howard, and Methodist has got it. It's back on the ground, and big scrum going on near the net, and it'll be Methodist possession. As Ellen, physical play. Ellen falls to the ground. And now pass over to Favreau, who looks around, and he'll hold on to the ball here. Jared Davenport checking into the game here, as Aiden Foster with the ball at midfield now. He passes over to the right side to Moore. Moore, nice move on Davenport. Passes it back behind the goal. It's hauled in by Horner. Horner over the shot, no good by Matt Pemberton there. It'll stay with Methodist with 6:15 to go in the first. A 1-0 score here in favor of the Monarchs. NATOs have gotten some shots on goal, but haven't gotten anything into the net yet. As Horner bringing this one up. Now passes, got an angle, and the shot is offline there from Pemberton. And now pass over to Foster. And now Moore. Moore trying to work here on Johnson. Moore pressured. Johnson staying with them. Tries to cut back, looking around now. And he'll attempt to pass over to Horner. It'll get to him. Offline, though. Horner now passes over to Foster. Foster passes up top to Favreau. Favreau working on Davenport, now being checked by Johnson. Middle of the field, now to the right side. Foster. Foster pressured by Zach Taylor, now passes over. Looking Allman, and that one's in the net. It's a 2-0 lead for Methodist here with 5:19 to go in the first quarter. As a few more will check in for the Tornadoes. It'll be Finnegan, McCormick, Tristan Wallace, and Scott Bundy. Brandon Coleman will come out. Foster will come out as well for the Monarchs, as well as a few others. Nate Moore checking out, and Carter Favreau checking out. And the face-off is called dead, and it'll be Brevard possession here. Tristan Wallace with the ball on the right side. Evan Francois coming in. Over to the right side, Ellen. Ellen trying to go to work, tries to get in the interior. The pass will go to McDonald. McDonald looking around. That one's deflected, and it is going to be scooped up by no one yet. And the possession will stay with Brevard as it goes out of bounds. And they're going to say it's off Brevard. They're going to call it Methodist ball. The official from the other side of the field overrules the referee that was standing right there. And a long pass to midfield now is out of the reach of Zwifka, and Brevard has it right back. Ellen, it's out of his reach, and this one will go out of bounds. And it'll be with Methodist once again with 4:33 to go in the first. .427 to go here in the first. Methodist with the ball. Clock moving here as Hunter Vaughn has the ball and now passes over to Kavaunis. Kavaunis, lanky, looking, trying to get a shot off, and won't be there. Kavaunis with the ball once again. Nice move on Taylor. Once again losing Taylor. Looking around, the pass is knocked up in the air and brought in by Horner. Cy Horner passes back over to Vaughn. Label. Now Pemberton. Pemberton making his defender fall. Passing back over to Horner. And now this one out of the reach. Going for it now is McDonald. He can't get it. And almost an offsides call. It's avoided, though, as Label streaking up the right side, working on Coleman. This is a wild ball. It's going to go out of bounds. It'll stay with Methodist with 3:25 to go here in the first. Horner with the ball. Long shot there. Wild goes out of play. It'll stay with Methodist once more. Ball's brought back in there. Pemberton, the shot is blocked there. It'll go out of play, and it'll be Brevard ball. Michael Peters is there. Brevard possession. Peters throws this one in. Zach Taylor able to haul it in. Taylor now with space in the middle of the field. Surveying, now streaking up the middle himself. Looking around, he'll pass to the left side to Scoggins. Scoggins passes. Nice pass in a tight window. The shot is offline there by Atticus Cooper. It'll stay with Brevard as Ellen passes this one. It is just out of the reach of Wallace, but he'll track it down. Now he passes over to McDonald. McDonald swerving. Nice move now, cutting back, defender staying with him. Goes back over to McCormick. Finnegan trying to make something happen, cutting back to the right side. The shot is in the net. The NATOs are on the board. Finnegan, McCormick with the goal. And the NATOs cut the deficit in half with just under 2.5 remaining in the first. Finnegan, McCormick there. Able to send that one through, and the NATOs are on the board for the first time today. McCormick now ready for a face-off at midfield. And Methodist will win the face-off. And Wallace on the defense here. Pemberton gets the ball. Evan Johnson on him. Pemberton trying to beat him to the edge. He loses his stick and the ball, and Evan Johnson has it. Johnson, long pass hauled in there by Gravely. Gravely coming up the right side now. And he'll go to McDonald. McDonald right at around the 35, slowly creeping in. Passes back out to Wallace. Francois newly checked in. Wallace will look him off, and now Bryce Peterson back in. He'll get the ball. Peterson to the left side over to Scoggins. Back to Peterson. And now back to McDonald in the middle of the field. McDonald setting up, going inside to his left, passing over Scoggins. Scoggins right back to Peterson. Doesn't want the shot, instead passes to McDonald. McDonald cutting over to the right side, trying to get to the edge. The shot, no good, off of Ellen's stick. It'll stay with Brevard. Ellen bringing this one up with 1:27 to go in the first. 2-1 ball game in favor of the Monarchs. Ellen trying to lose his defender, drawing checks. Passes over to Wallace. Now Scoggins. Scoggins can't handle the pass. It's hauled in by Methodist. Coming up the field now is Romero. Romero passes over to his right. Pemberton. Pemberton, the shot off line to the left. And this will stay with Methodist. 1:08 remaining in the first, and Horner will bring this one up. Clock running here. 1:04 and counting as Horner passes this one out to Foster. And now to Moore. Moore with it in the middle of the field. Now trying to streak. Looking, passing over to Horner. Horner trying to find some direction here. The shot is no good. It can't go in, and finally the NATOs have it, picking it up off the ground. Gravely with it. Nice save there from Jack Hicks. Hicks gets the ball back. 34 seconds to go here in the first. Long pass is out of the reach of Coleman. Chasing after it is Wallace. Wallace tries to scoop it up. This one's up in the air, up for grabs. Scoggins has it. Scoggins drawing checks. Passes over McDonald. It's knocked up in the air. 20 seconds to go here in the first. Running down the left side, drawing a check from Wallace. This one goes out of bounds, and it will be Tornado possession. 15 seconds to go here in the first. McDonald with the ball, right side, chasing in, passing over. Ellen can't handle it. Going for it now is Methodist, scooping it up, losing the ball. Ellen trying to get it. This one's up in the air. 4, 3, 2, 1. No one will get a shot off, and that'll be the end of the first with the NATOs trailing it 2-1. Hold on, whistles are blown here. That'll be the quarter. NATOs trailing at 2-1. Finnegan McCormick with a goal to get him on the board late in the first. And we'll be right back here. NATOs and Monarchs here at Ives Lamel Family Field on a windy Saturday afternoon. Back here at Ives Lamel Family Field, 2-1 lead for Methodist here as we start the second quarter of face-off. Finnegan McCormack is not able to haul that one in. It'll be brought in. No! Ball still on the ground being fought for, and it'll be number 28, Tyler Bennett with it. Bennett, middle of the field, passes over. Zwiefka passes, and that one is Allman. Allman of the ball, trying not to lose it, being checked by Michael Peters now. Allman circling back, running backwards now. Passes it over to Label. Label with it on the right side. Goes back to the middle of the field to Kavanis, who goes over to Vaughn. Vaughn trying to find a seam. The shot offline. Hauled in by Horner. Horner passes, gets it back. Horner looking the shot. Nice save there from Jack Hicks. Hicks will pass it over to Michael Peters, who will pass right to Evan Johnson. Johnson looking around, long pass out of the reach of Cooper. And now streaking with it is Bandler. Nice move, Bandler. Passing over to the left side, Horner. Horner defended by Gravely. He'll circle back right at around the 25. Over to the right side to Label now. Label coming inside, working on Davenport. The shot is offline, chasing after it now, and it'll stay with Methodist. Gravely was trying to keep up with that one, but instead it'll stay with the Monarchs as Kavanis gets the ball. Passes over to Vaughn, now back to Kavanis. Left side trying to make moves. Francois back into the game now. Tries to deflect that one. The shot is offline. It'll stay with Methodist once more as Horner is right there in the area. Horner trying to make moves here. Gravely forces him to lose the ball. Gravely scoops it up now. It's Brevard possession as Johnson able to haul that one in. Johnson coming up the middle of the field, being traced from behind. Nice move on a cutback. Passing all the way back now to Hicks. Hicks will give it to Gravely. And now Cooper going to try and get this one up the field, and they'll be called for the delay of game here. It'll be Methodist possession once more. And now a nice save again from Jack Hicks. Horner with the ball. Left side, he'll pass it back out to Label. Label now middle of the field. Just about 3 minutes into the second quarter here. 2-1 Methodist lead. Kavanis with the ball. Kavanis right side working on Coleman, trying to get by him, getting checked, looking the shot, blocked again by Hicks. This one will go out of bounds, and it will be Methodist possession still. Coleman trying to scrap for it. And now going inside off the crossbar. The shot's no good. Methodist gets it back. Pemberton with it on the left side now, picked up by Johnson. Over to the middle of the field now, Vaughn. Vaughn trying to go inside, and that one's in the net. It's another goal for Methodist and a 3-1 tally now. Methodist regains the lead, or re-extends the lead back out to 2. 3-1 with 11:53 to go in the first half here. Ives Lamel Family Field, and now a face-off coming after that one. Finnegan McCormick ready for the face-off. 27 shots already for the Monarchs, only 6 for the Tornadoes. 9 saves for the Nados, only 2 for the Monarchs, but some of that due to the lack of shots that the Nados have had on goal. McCormick is chopping at that one, not able to win the face-off. Methodist has it. Bandler. Bandler with the pass over to Newman. And now that one knocked up in the air. Bandler has it once more. Picked up by McCormick, and that one's going to go out of the reach. It'll be Brevard possession. Michael Peters chasing after that one. He'll bring it in. Peters passes just hauled in there by Gravely. Gravely, long pass is going to go out of bounds. It will be Methodist possession. Stone was going for that one, couldn't get it. And now a few Tornadoes coming back into the game. Scott Bundy, one of them. Zach Taylor and Jared Davenport as well. Taylor going for this ball. Nice check. Nate Moore has it on the right side. Moore trying to work on Johnson. Now goes out to Favreau. Favreau resetting things here. About 4 minutes in to the second. He'll go over to Foster. Foster on the left side trying to work on Davenport. Now Johnson. Foster passes back over to Moore. Now back to Favreau. Favreau working on Bundy. Pass over out of the reach of Moore, and it'll be Brevard possession. Gravely brings this one in, fires a long pass over out of the reach of Wallace, and now Methodist gets it right back. Some rough passing so far here from the Tornadoes. As that one's intercepted by McDonald. McDonald coming up the middle of the field, weaving in between three defenders, passes over to the right side to Will Scoggins. Back to McDonald now. McDonald passes to Ellen behind the goal. Ellen over to the left side to Peters, or rather Stone. Stone couldn't handle it at first, brings it in though over to Wallace. And now McCormick. McCormick passes, and chasing after it now is Stone with 10:02 to go in the half. Tristan Wallace has it now, middle of the field, over to the right side, trying to work on his defender. Wallace cutting back, tries to cut back over to the right, not gaining any ground, and he'll pass this one over to McCormick. McCormick already has a goal so far on the contest. He's going to try and circle around, going to try and get another one, and a goal! Finnegan McCormick puts it in the net for the second time this afternoon, second time in the first half, and the deficit's back down to 1. Finnegan McCormick has his second goal of the afternoon with 9:41 remaining in the half. He'll get ready for another face-off at midfield, and he's got the NATOs back within 1 again. It'll be Newman going against McCormick on the face-off. Unless it isn't. And it actually won't be Finnegan McCormick on the face-off, I don't believe. It'll be Nate Ellen. Ellen going against Newman here. And the whistle's blown. It'll be ruled Methodist possession. The face-off blown dead. Now Newman with it. Newman, right side, pass almost knocked away there by Gravely. Instead it'll stay with Methodist. And now Francois coming out, Atticus Cooper coming in. Newman out as well, Nate Ellen out, Jared Davenport in. Kavanis with the ball in the middle of the field. Right at around the 40. In no rush here, working on Cooper. Left side. Kavanis will go back out to Favreau. Favreau trying to go to work, pass over to Kavanis. The shot is in the net. And Methodist gets it right back. They answer Finnegan McCormick's score with one of their own. It is 4-2 Methodist now on their 28th shot so far of the first half. 9:02 remaining in the half, and it's a 4-2 lead for Methodist. Face-off coming here. I believe this one will be handled by McCormick. It will. It'll be McCormick against Tyler Bennett. Whistle blows, and this one is going to be taken by McCormick. No, it's on the ground. He tries to scoop that one out, and it'll be brought in by Bennett. Bennett has it now for Methodist, avoiding checks, looking back at Wallace, and now passing over. Look at the shot, blocked. Nice save there from Hicks once again. And the pass midfield, Zach Taylor has it. Left side. Taylor stopping at about the 20. He'll pass it over to McDonald. McDonald circling around. Now over to Peterson. Peterson into the newly checked in Stone. Middle of the field. Over to the right side, Wallace. 8:16 to go in the half. Scoggins. Will Scoggins trying to get to the edge behind the goal. Getting a bit of a pick there from Nate Ellen. And now he'll pass over to his left to Peterson. Now back up top, Wallace. Andrew McDonald with it. Tries to cut over to his right. Now the shot is no good. Just off the outskirts of the goal there. Cameron Brink passes this one over to Zawifka. Zawifka avoiding a check there. And now picked up by Coleman. He'll pass over to Pemberton. Now Label. Label over to Favreau. Favreau not in any kind of hurry here. Now we'll bring it in at about the 30. Trying to challenge Zach Taylor. Gets by him. Now passes behind the goal over to Horner. This one is a pass that's going to sail out of bounds, and it'll be Brevard possession. Zach Taylor will be the one to bring it up. 7:06 to go in the half. Taylor passes over to Hicks, the goalie, who will pass over to the left side to Gravely. Gravely looking for something. Got to hurry. And now this one will go into the stick of McDonald. McDonald on the right side drawing a double. And now passes over to Stone, who can't handle it, but it'll go right to Scoggins. Over to Cooper. Cooper fires the shot. Nice save there from Brink. The shot was on line by Cooper. It was a nice shot, had some velocity, but a nice stop there by Brink. This time coming up now is Label. Label coming up behind the goal. Passes over to Vaughn. Now over to Moore. Moore all by himself at around the 40. Moore just looking, surveying for something. And now he has Foster. Now back to Moore. Moore trying to go to work on Gravely. Now Peters the defender. Now it goes back over to Pemberton. Foster working on Davenport, beats him around the edge, now cuts back, slowing things down now. Label with it. Goes over to Pemberton once more on the right side. Pemberton going inside, tripping, passing over to Horner. Horner on the left side, 17 on the shot clock. Horner fires the shot, and it'll stay with Methodist. Hicks with a nice contest there. Clock continues to roll. 5:30 and counting to go in the first half. As Vaughn shoots this one, and that one's into the net. And the lead is extended to 5-2 Monarchs with 5:25 to go here in the opening half. Gravely not happy with the defensive effort there. Having some words with Jack Hicks and the other Tornadoes in the area, Michael Peters and Evan Johnson, and now the four of them convening at the goal, trying to get some more defensive stops here. 31 shots already for the Monarchs, only 9 for the Tornadoes, and a face-off coming here. It'll be Ellen once more and not McCormick. McCormick will head over to his attacking spot. And Ellen will not be able to win that face-off. It'll go to Bandler. Bandler down the field. He's got speed. He passes over. That one's up in the air, and it'll be brought in by Nate Ellen. Ellen looking. The pass is knocked up in the air and taken away. Hard hit there by Wallace, but Methodist will stay with the ball. Brink, the goalie, with the ball, now being harassed. He'll pass that one out. Now another more contact. Zach Taylor with some checks at midfield, but they get by, and that one's intercepted by Gravely. Gravely passes that one. Zach Taylor has it now. Taylor looking. The pass is fit perfectly into McDonald. McDonald over to the left side. Scoggins. Scoggins passes back McDonald. McDonald checked, trying not to lose the ball. He circles back out of traffic. Now over to Wallace. Wallace fires the shot. It's wide left. It'll stay with Brevard. And now McCormick will bring this one up. Pass to McDonald. Now over to Stone. Middle of the field looking, and now he'll go back to McDonald on his left. McDonald fires, and it's wide right. NATOs are getting shots on goal more consistently now, but can't put it through the net. Missing wide right and wide left on the last two shots. And with 4:15 to go in the half, the NATOs still trailing by 3. Score of 5-2, Monarchs on top. As Finnegan McCormick has it, cradling, trying to spin over now. Passes over to, I believe, Stone. His shot is offline as well. Stay with Brevard still with 4:04 to go in the half. Will Scoggins bringing this one up. He'll pass over to Peterson. Middle of the field, Wallace has it now. Missed a shot moments ago. Wallace now lowers the shoulder, trying to shoot again way off to the left. A wild shot will stay with Brevard once more with 3:52 remaining in the half. Finnegan McCormick goes to get that one, and he'll bring it up. McCormick, 2 goals already, has both of the NATO scores. Will Scoggins gets it. Over to Wallace. Wallace passes to Bryce Peterson, who will step back now. Peterson crossing to his left, goes to McDonald. McDonald now trying to find some space and passes over to McCormick. McCormick trying to get the edge. Circling around, loses the ball and his stick, and that one's picked up by Justice Davis. Davis, 6', 175 junior, passes it over now, and now Horner has it. Horner to Foster. Foster, the shot is out of the stick of Hicks. It'll go out of bounds. It'll stay with Methodist with 3:13 to go in the half. Pass now over to Label. Now to Kavanis. Guarded by Davenport. Kavanis trying to cut back now. Looking for a pass, has nobody. He'll stick with it. And now he'll go back behind him over to Pemberton. Right back to Kavanis. Kavanis trying to angle over to his right. Now passes over to left side. Foster. Foster. Shot is in the net. And the lead is getting blown open now at this point. It's 6-2 Methodist with 2:39 to go in the half after that goal. Foster able to knock that one in. Aiden Foster, 5'9", 155, attacker out of Rehoboth, Massachusetts. Anna Maria College in Massachusetts now at Methodist, and giving Methodist a 6-2 lead of that one. NATO's got to get some more offense going here. Not terrible defense, but not enough offense as McCormick goes for that face-off and ultimately gets the win. And now whistle's blown, and looks like J.R. Newman limping off the field for the Monarchs. Brandon Coleman comes off for the Tornadoes. Tristan Wallace coming back on. And number 28, Tyler Bennett, going to check back in for Methodist as McCormick passes over to Wallace, now to Scoggins. 2:27 to go in the half. Pass over to Nada Ellen. Ellen behind the goal, trying to make his move. Passing over to McDonald. McDonald, nice little pass over to Wallace. Wallace shoots and way off to the left. Actually could have been a pass to Ellen. It was skipped on the ground. It'll stay with the Tornadoes with 2:15 to go here in half number 1. Nate Ellen passes this one over to Stone. Stone circling over, and now passes to Wallace. Wallace right side, dropping the shoulder, not able to lose his defender. He passes over to Will Scoggins. 1:55 and counting to go in the first half here. Nate Ellen looking, passing to Francois, newly checked into the game. Francois making moves, nice footwork. Francois losing the ball as he goes for the shot. It goes out of his stick. Now Wallace fighting for it. Methodist has it. Nice move there from Patrick Rowell as Brink with a long pass down the field to Moore. Moore loses it now. Chasing after it is Stone. Stone with it now on the left side. One man to beat. He'll circle back and slow things down instead. He'll pass over to McDonald on the left side. McDonald charging in, has a defender right on him, looking around now, firing, and it's in the goal. Andrew McDonald puts it through the net and cuts the lead to 3. 6-3 Monarchs with 1:18 to go in the half. Andrew McDonald, leading scorer for the Tornadoes on the season, has another one there. For those of you that remember last week in the victory against Warren Wilson, an incredible game, 6 goals for McDonald, and he's got his first of this contest with 1:18 to go in the half. Now Finnegan McCormick will set up shop for a face-off with J.R. Newman. Whistle blows, and the face-off will be taken by Newman. Newman passes over to the right side to Pemberton. Pemberton, now Vaughn. Vaughn over to Label. 1 minute even to go in the half. Jared Davenport back in now as Finnegan McCormick comes out. 52 seconds to go in the half. Moore cutting over to his left. The shot deflected. That one is going to go out of bounds and stay with Methodist with 45.2 to go here in half number 1. 6-3 Methodist lead. NATO's hanging tough right now. Moore passes over to Kavanis. Davenport on the near side defending. Pass And the shot on goal is in on the skip by Cavonis. And it seems like every time the NATOs put one in the net, Methodist almost immediately answers. It's a 7-3 lead for the Monarchs now with 33.7 to go in half number one. And Jack Hicks having a tough time at the goal right now. Some tough shots coming at him. And it's back to a 4-point deficit as Finnegan McCormick gets ready to face off against Newman once more. And the face-off will be taken by McCormick. McCormick with the ball, and now whistles blow. And they'll call a push against McCormick and give the possession back to Methodist with 27.4 to go in the half. A flag is thrown now, and it's going to be against McCormick. A call against Finnegan there. Not exactly sure what the call was. Delay of game is the call against Finnegan with 27.4 remaining. McCormick will take a knee on the sideline. It's a man-up situation for the Monarchs now. As Label passes over to Pemberton. Now over to the right side to Vaughn. Back to Pemberton, 15 seconds. Left side, Horner. Label passes over. Pemberton. Right side now, 7. 6, balls lost there. 3, 2, the shot by Label is skipped, and it'll go out of bounds with half a second remaining in the half. Can't imagine they can do much here as Vaughn brings it up, and that'll be the half. NATO's trailing at 7-3 at the half. Both teams searching for their first USA South Conference victory. Finnegan McCormick knocked in the first 2 goals for the Tornadoes, and Andrew McDonald knocked one in there as well. 36 shots for the Monarchs in half number one, only 16 for the Tornadoes. 10 saves for the NATOs, only 4 for the Monarchs. And in about 10 minutes, we'll be right back for the second half of action between Brevard and Methodist. Tornadoes and Monarchs, both teams in search of USA South win number 1. Don't go anywhere. Be back in 10 here from Ives Lamel Family Field on a windy Saturday. Back here, Ives Lamel Family Field. NATO's trailing at 7-3, about a minute to go until the second half starts. A goal knocked in from Andrew McDonald late in the first half. 2 goals from Finnegan McCormick. And for Methodist, 2 goals from Hunter Vaughn, 1 from Kid Allman, 1 from Cy Horner, 2 from Ryan Kavonis, and 1 from Aiden Foster. 4 saves from Cameron Brink, 10 saves from Jack Hicks, 7 goals allowed. 3 goals allowed for Brink. 19 shots in the first for Methodist, 6 for Brevard. 18 shots for Methodist in the second, 10 for Brevard, and 37-16 margin total. And the NATOs finding themselves in a 7-3 hole as we head to the second half. Just about ready to get going for that. NATO's going to try and knock a few in and cut into this deficit and get USA South Conference win number 1, which is also what Methodist is seeking today. So both teams trying to stake claim to their first victory in conference play. Looks like Jared Perez at midfield. Awaiting, could be ready for the face-off. Not sure. Looks like McCormick not in to start the second half, so. Pemberton brings this one up, and now Label with it. Quick start now, passing over to Horner, and now Pemberton. Pemberton fires, and Label fires. It's an early goal. 14 seconds in to the second half. Another goal for the Monarchs, and it's an 8-3 lead as Jesse Label knocks one in. Label with his first goal. The 6'5", 180 junior out of Jacksonville, North Carolina, knocking one in to make it a 5-point deficit. And that one is a face-off won by McCormick. Coming up the field now, left side, the check knocks the ball out, and this will be going Methodist way. McCormick caught sleeping there and caught from behind as a check from Ellen misses their Label. Label being chased by Zach Taylor. He'll slow it down. Passing over to Horner now. Horner now over to Label, left side, picked up by Taylor. And now goes into the left side, circling back. Looking and will not go to Vaughn. Instead, will cut over, will pass to Vaughn. Now it'll go out of his stick and a whistle blown. It'll be going Brevard's way. Referee signaling the NATOs to come back a little bit as I believe Evan Johnson will be the one. Johnson passes over to Wallace. Wallace drawing 2 defenders, now 3. He'll pass over the head of one over to McCormick. Now it'll go back to Wallace, who couldn't handle it, but no one near him. He brings it in. Wallace fires a shot, gets drilled as he shoots it. That one will be offline to the left. It'll stay with the NATOs as Will Scoggins throws this one into McDonald. McDonald passing back to Scoggins now. Scoggins over to the right side and out of the reach of Wallace. And this will be going Methodist way, Methodist possession, as Finnegan McCormick comes out and Brandy and Coleman will come in about a minute and a half into the second half here. Ball being brought up. Pass over to Horner. It's out of his stick. Peters chasing after it. Now Peters has it. Peters being checked from behind and now passes up the field to McDonald. McDonald with some momentum passes over to the right side out of the reach of Will Scoggins. And Scoggins, it'll go out of bounds. And it'll be Methodist ball. Scoggins not able to reel that one in, and Brink now has it, passes over to Moore. It's knocked out by Bundy, and now Ellen fighting for it. It's on the ground. Bundy fighting for it. Now Atticus Cooper has it. He passes short over to Ellen. Ellen weaving in between defenders now, passing over to the right side to McDonald. McDonald over to his right, working the shot, spiked right in front of Brink. Nice save. And we'll see. It'll be NATO ball. Nate Stone loses it, attempting the pass, and he will be hit hard out of bounds. Stone knocked to the ground, and now Label trying to take over, coming up the right side, passes over to Pemberton. Pemberton checked, he loses the ball, and it'll go right to Bundy. It'll go out of his stick, and now Zawiefka has it. Abe Zawiefka. And now clock running, some substitutions happening here as Moore has the ball and he passes over to Foster, now to Kavaunis. Foster with it now, right side, passing, and not sure what the call is here. It'll be a man-up situation. The call goes against Kavaunis. Man-up situation for the NATOs, 45 seconds. And so Kavaunis comes over and takes a knee on the sideline in the man-up opportunity. So NATO possession, Tristan Wallace has it. He passes over to Nate Ellen now. Now Howard. Howard loses the ball. Now to Peterson, left side, McDonald. Over to McCormick. Now over to Howard. Howard losing it again. And now over to McCormick. McCormick passes back. Peterson. Now McDonald. Not getting any space here. Tough defense for Methodist. The shot or pass by McCormick is intercepted. And now, coming up the left side, check from behind from Wallace. Doesn't do anything to Rowell. Rowell still with the ball, streaking up the left side. Passes over to Vaughn. Vaughn now back over to Bennett. Bennett to Moore. Just over 4 minutes into the second half here. Moore with the ball, holding it here. Letting the substitutions come in and get set. Moore now. Passes over to Favreau. Favreau. Over to Moore once again. Moore, middle of the field. Coleman on him. He goes over to Favreau. Favreau spikes one in front of the goal. It'll stay with Methodist with 10:14 to go in the half, or the quarter rather, here in the third. Coming over now is Vaughn, and that one is stopped. And now it's on the ground. A flag is up in the air. Foster passes over to Pemberton. Now Vaughn. Vaughn trying to cut inside. Nice stop there from Hicks. It's up in the air. It's on the ground. Fighting for it now, both teams. This one's still on the ground. Trying to go for it now is Peters. Peters, it's up in the air. Another flag thrown. Peters has it now. He still can't get it. We'll see what gets called here. No one trying to pick the ball up. A slash called against Gravely, and then a push called against Jared Perez. So both of them going to come out. It'll be Scott Bundy coming in. Perez and Gravely both down. Jared Davenport getting ready to come in. Will Scoggins comes out. Zach Taylor comes out. A man-up opportunity for Methodist. Pemberton with the ball over to Label. Now right side. Favreau over inside looking for Horner, and they can't get him. And now Peters, middle of the field, loses the ball, loses his stick. And it'll be a turnover for the NATO's Methodist ball. Now in space, the shot is good by Horner. And it is a 9-3 lead for Methodist with 9:04 to go here in the third. Cy Horner with the goal there, his second. Horner's second of the contest here, and it's a 9-3 deficit for the NATO's. Shot number 41 there for Methodist. To put that into perspective, the NATO's only 18 shots to this point. So being more than doubled up in the department of shots as McCormick passes over to Scoggins. Scoggins now to Wallace. Coming in now is Nate Stone. Wallace slowing things down. Over to the right side, McDonald. Pass to Ellen. Now Scoggins. Francois. Francois trying to make moves. And keeping up with him there is Bennett. As now Wallace trying to spin in between defenders. He loses the ball, and the ball's on the ground. Up for grabs, and Brink has it. The Methodist goalkeeper. Romero now, Marco Romero. Passes middle of the field, Bennett. Bennett being pursued by Scoggins, he'll stop. And now Bennett trying to run by Coleman and Will. And now the check pass over. And now the shot, another goal for Horner. And it might be waved off. It will be waved off. The goal will not count. Horner called for something there. It'll stay at 9-3. Gravely now, long pass out of the reach of Ellen. Ellen going to chase after this, and this will be Methodist possession. Some of the Brevard crowd getting a little impatient here with the NATO's. Brink now over to Romero. And now over to Davis. Justice Davis passes over to Pemberton. Pemberton cutting across to the left. Now he goes over to Label. Label passing it. The shot is good. And another goal there for Horner. Cy Horner officially with a hat trick now. Had it a second ago. Had the goal waved off. And now it is 10-3 Monarchs. Cy Horner with a hat trick. His third goal there is Francois getting ready to come in. And the NATO's convening again at the goal. Johnson, Peters, and a few others. Gravely and Hicks. And NATO's starting to fall flat here in the second half. Trailed 7-3 at the break, now down 10-3 with 7:16 to go in the third. This one possessed by McCormick. Finnegan got to get it up the field. And now passes. Nice catch there by McDonald. McDonald in traffic. Losing the ball and going for it. He'll try and pick it back up, and it will be Methodist ball once again. A turnover by McDonald there. Just under 7 minutes to go here in the third. Francois defending. And now cutting back is Newman. Pemberton has it now, right at the BC logo at midfield. Pemberton passes Moore. Moore being checked by Zach Taylor from behind. He'll slow it down. Goes over to the right side to Vaughn. And now left side, Favreau has it. Favreau working on Cooper, looking around, finding someone to pass to. He finds Vaughn, and now over the head, past the intended target. It goes to Moore, and it'll be an offsides call, I believe. NATO possession. Zach Taylor passes to McDonald. McDonald passes to the left side to Scoggins. Back to McDonald, who passes over to Wallace. Wallace being walled off here, trying to break through the contact. He loses the ball once more. Wallace still trying to go for it. Some aggressive checks, and he will hard hit. Flags going up in the air. Another big hit there. And maybe some frustration setting in for the NATOs now. Tristan Wallace, some big contact. Methodist sideline loving it, seeing the attrition and frustration setting in for the Tornadoes as they trail 10-3. Wallace not shying away from the contact there. 7-point deficit for the NATOs. Whistle's blown, and now clock starts to move again. Label passes over to Pemberton, out of the right side. Looking now. Pemberton, Label once more, now Horner. Label fires a long pass. The shot off the leg of Jack Hicks. Nice deflection there, and this will stay with Methodist. A little bit of a push there at the end coming from Gravely. Pemberton passes. Looking over now. The shot is a goal for Hunter Vaughn. It is 11-3 Monarchs. And a conduct foul called. Not sure which Tornado it was called against. Believe Wallace. It will be Wallace due to that hit on the far side. Wallace not seeming to be happy. And now Will Scoggins coming back in. It's still Methodist ball after the foul. Now the referee's convening at midfield talking about something. .5:04 to go here in the third. 11-3 deficit now for the NATO is going to be tough to crawl out of. And it looks like actually might be a face-off coming. I'm not sure. McCormick is headed over to midfield where the ball is placed. And now McCormick can't win the faceoff, and Methodist has it once more with 4:57 to go in the third. Label has the ball. Now to Pemberton. Vaughn now out of the reach of Label. It'll be Brevard possession with 4:43 to go in the third. Now the pass into Zach Taylor, tries to make a fancy pass up. It'll go right out of play, and it'll be Methodist possession once again. Taylor not able to salvage that one. .430 to go here in the third. Methodist possession. Label with the ball, taking his time now, goes over to Favreau. Favreau left side, working on Davenport. And now the pass shot is blocked by Hicks. Peters scoops it up. He has it. And now the pass over to Zach Taylor. Taylor left side, weaving, cutting over to the right. Now passes to McDonald. McDonald, right side, trying to make some moves here. Goes over to Nate Ellen. Ellen to McDonald. Now Peterson. Peterson fires the shot way short. Spiked in the ground, and now Brink passes over to Davis. And now McDonald chasing. Over to Horner. Now Bennett up top. Scoggins coming out. And now Jared Perez coming back in. Just over 3 minutes to go here in the third. NATO's trailing at 11-3. Foster with the ball. Picked up by Perez. And now the shot spiked short of the goal. It'll stay with Methodist with 2:51 to go. Moore. Working on Davenport. Passing back. And now pass over to the left side. This one is on the ground. Bundy has it. Bundy avoiding contact. Passing now brought in by Perez. Perez being checked from behind. Trying to get away. Now passes to his left to Scoggins. Scoggins cutting across. Now looking back to his left. He's got Stone. Stone had some open grass and instead defers over to McDonald. Or Cooper, rather. Now looking for Francois. Francois gets whacked, and now the shot. Ellen is saved by Brink. It looked for sure like it was about to go in, and instead Brink with another save. Now passes down the field. That one's intercepted. Francois. Francois loses it, scoops it right back up. Francois in the clear, circling back now, passing over to Cooper. Cooper to the right side to McDonald. 1:48 to go in the half, or quarter rather. Scoggins over to Ellen. Ellen passes the cutting. Stone can't hit it. Now chasing after it is McDonald. It'll go out of play, and it'll stay with Brevard with 1:37 to go in the quarter. NATO's down 11-3. As McDonald brings this one up, tries to spin around his defender, going inside, drawing contact, trying to get around, and they're not going to let him get any kind of shot off as this ball is headed over towards the sideline. Francois scoops it up. Francois left side goes back over to McDonald, who they've been defending closely. Back over to Stone. He loses it, scoops it back up, though, with Moore right there. Over to Cooper now. Atticus Cooper. The shot is deflected. Now Francois going for the ball. He's got it in his stick. Passes it over to McDonald now. On the near side, on the left. Goes over to Cooper now, far side. The shot is blocked by Brink. Another save. Moore now has it in the clear. 48 seconds to go in the third. Coming out the left side, being pursued by Stone. Now he passes over to Horner. Now Foster. Foster's shot is saved there by Hicks. 32 and counting to go here in the third. 11-3, Methodist leading. Pass over to the left side, Moore. Moore trying to work on Taylor. The shot, no good, far right. It'll stay with Methodist. 19.2 to go in the third. Pass into Cavanis. I haven't called his name in a while. Now it goes up top to Moore. 13 seconds, 12. Working on Taylor. Passes back to Foster. Foster, nice move. He falls, loses the ball. Coming out now, that is Taylor. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Taylor is not going to let go of the ball. That's going to be the end of the quarter, and then the NATOs will finish the third out, trailing 11-3. We'll take a quick break as we head to the fourth. NATO's down 8. Could be hard to dig out of this hole. NATOs will try. We'll be right back. Monarchs and Tornadoes here from Ives Lamel Family Field. Back here for the fourth at Ives Lamel Family Field. NATO's going the other way now. McDonald going for the ball, and a lot of traffic, loses the ball, and now Zawiefka has it. Zawiefka up the right side in traffic, being pushed, avoiding stepping out of bounds, and now he's in the clear. Passes over. The shot knocked up in the air. It'll go out of bounds. It'll stay with Methodist, and Davenport checking back in for the Tornadoes. NATO's down 8 here in the final period. 49 shots by the Monarchs, only 23 for the Tornadoes. 14 saves for the NATOs, though. Only 8 for Methodist, but a lot more opportunities for Jack Hicks. Not the normal goalkeeper Devin McCarriger. As Label has it, circling over to his left, and now that one spiked at the feet of Hicks. It'll go out of play. 14:08 to go in this one. Methodist in pretty clear control right now as this one going over the head and now into the stick of Label once more. Label trying to make his move, passes now over to Vaughn. Now Favreau. Favreau being defended by Scott Bundy. To the left side now, Horner, who has a hat trick already on the day. Horner trying to circle back, working on Gravely. Still not finding any space. Now does, and now shoots. And they will not call it a goal. It will be Brevard possession. Second time today that Horner has knocked one into the net that has been called off. And now pass there from Peters to Cooper. Cooper to the right side. Wallace. Middle of the field now, going over to the right side. Wallace passes over to the left, knocked up in the air, and McDonald trying to fight for it. He's got it now. Now over to Wallace. Right side. Finnegan McCormick now over to McDonald. McDonald hits the ground. And now Methodist has it. They lose the ball. Bennett picks it up. He loses it. Picks it back up. Now coming down the middle of the field. Gravely working on him. Passes over to Vaughn. Vaughn pass. The shot offline there from Pemberton. Oh, Jesus. Favreau with it now. Passing over. The shot is off the leg of Jack Hicks. It was a nice shot by Pemberton. And now we'll see what they call here. Whose possession? It'll be Brevard possession with 12:09 to go, down 8. Pass to Perez. Leaps and makes the grab at midfield. Looking around. Now goes to his right to Scoggins. Scoggins passes to McDonald, who can't bring that one in either. McDonald having trouble right now controlling the ball. Goes over to Wallace. Now to Stone. Ellen. Ellen behind the goal now, circling over. Looking, trying to get a seam between 5 defenders or so. Still not getting rid of the ball. Now goes over to McDonald. McDonald tries to find the cutting Stone and can't, and it's Methodist ball once more. The big boy, Elijah Town, 6 foot 270. Out of Kennesaw, Georgia, Harrison High School. Pass over to Bennett now. It's out of his reach, and this one will fly out of bounds. It'll be Tornado ball. 6 foot 270. That is a presence on the defensive end. And now whistles blow. complaints being drawn here about the officiating as Foster has it. 10:50 to go, being checked by Cooper. Foster getting space, spiking it, saved by Jack Hicks there. He passes to Cooper. Cooper passes, Zach Taylor trying to get to it and cannot. Ball's on the ground, now it's scooped up by Sean Schussler. Pass to Bennett now. Bennett goes crossfield to Label. 10:16 to go. Label coming inside, passing now Horner. Horner looking for Pemberton. The shot is good. Another goal for the Monarchs. Pemberton knocking one in there. His first goal of the contest. And it's a 12-3 Monarch lead with 10:09 to go. For those of you wondering, that was shot number 53 for the Monarchs in this one. NATO is still sitting at 23 shots. Face-off coming here. And it'll be won by McCormick. McCormick in the clear now. Middle of the field, lobs it up, and Ellen can't handle it. James with the ball now over to Brink, and now Town. Town passes. Now Gross passes over to Zawifka. Zawifka passes now to Rocket, and Davenport going for that one, gets hit hard. Ball goes up in the air, a stick goes flying. Lots of contact right now, a stick flying up in the air, a flag in the air now. Some physicality right now. It'll be a white ball. There's at least some sort of compensation for Davenport after taking that lick. And, I mean, he got popped, and as he comes off, the trainer just going over to check on him, make sure he's all right. .9:32 to go here. NATO's trailing by 9. Got to get something going here as Johnson passes, and nice pass fit in there to Francois. Francois trying to run up the field. Left side goes to Scoggins. Scoggins passes now to Nate Ellen. Ellen, pass hauled in McDonald. The shot off the top of the goal, right off the crossbar. It would have been a really nice play there as Favreau passes. This one brought in by Tortellini. Tortellini passes over to the right side. Now Pemberton. Pemberton going for another goal. He's got another goal. 13-3 Monarchs on a 10-point deficit for the Tornadoes on shot number 56. 8:57 to go in this one, and it is all Monarchs. Face-off coming here. And McCormick's able to win this one as well. Losing the ball, getting it back up into his stick, running into traffic. The shot is good. It's a hat trick for Finnegan McCormick. A bright spot in what has been not the greatest game for the Tornadoes. 3 goals knocked in by Finnegan McCormick. He also had 2 he knocked in the win against Warren Wilson last week. So Finnegan McCormick becoming a reliable scoring option for the Tornadoes. And he'll get ready for another face-off immediately. Took it straight off the face-off and knocked it into the net. Try and replicate that a few times. He will win this face-off again. He will run down the field right side. He will shoot again and score again. Finnegan McCormick, back-to-back goals right on face-offs. He's got 4 of them. Finnegan McCormick trying to single-handedly bring the NATOs back into this one. Still some work to do, but wow, number 6. Back-to-back goals off face-offs. Doing it himself. Let's see if he can do it a third time. And the ball's on the ground. McCormack will not win this face-off. So the streak dies at 2 of face-off goals as this pass goes over to the left side. Now to the right. Pass, struggling. The shot, nice save by Hicks. And now Hicks has it. Long pass down the field, floated over the head of Zach Taylor. Scoggins chasing after it. Scoggins trying to go for it. Taylor going for it now. Coming in and a big hit from Ellen. They're all going for it. Ellen has it now. Ellen in the clear, passes over to Taylor. A whistle's blown. And a timeout called by Brevard. 8:09 to go in this one. NATO's trailing 13-5. We'll step away for a moment. Back here after the timeout by the NATOs. Final 8:09 here in this one. (13-5) Methodist. NATOs with the possession though. Nate Ellen with the ball. Passes over to the left side. McDonald. McDonald coming over behind the goal. Now passing and over the head of Cooper. It will go on the ground. Cooper's got it now. Now it goes over to Scoggins. Scoggins passes over McDonald. McDonald, a lot of defenders near him. Francois goes for the pass, can't get it. Now it goes back into the stick of Scoggins. Passing over to Wallace. Wallace, the shot skipped and stopped by Brink. Pass down the field. Wallace going for a hit. Can't make it and will hit the ground. Wallace empty-handed there and not happy about it as he's going to come off distraught. Bennett now in the middle of the field. And Wallace letting his frustrations out on the Tornado bench. And tempers flaring on the Tornado sideline as Moore gets the ball on the left side. Moore loses the ball, and now Peters going for it. Now he scoops it up and has it. Peters passes over to Hicks. Hicks, long pass to Gravely. Gravely lays a hit, and now things getting really chippy. Things getting physical here down the home stretch between these two teams. A lot of frustration coming from the NATOs, the players, Coach LeMay, and things getting physical. And NATOs fans not happy about the call to give the ball to Methodist. Bennett now going inside, looking, passing. That one's knocked away. Gravely now. Hicks has it. Hicks passes over to Taylor. Zach Taylor coming up the left side, trying to beat his man, and he will do just that. Taylor on the left side now, still looking for work. He'll pass over to Scoggins, who will cut back across. Now to McDonald. Taylor comes off now. Scoggins. Ellen. Pass over now to Bryce Peterson. Francois with it. Francois working on the 270-pounder who knocks someone to the ground. It's Nate Ellen, it looks like. Peterson. Passes over McDonald. McDonald trying to get space and cannot. 20 on the shot clock. The shot by Scoggins there. Deflected by Brink. And now brought in by Hudson James. And now Town, the big man, passes over to Bennett. Bennett, middle of the field. Picked up by Stone. Jump pass now to Horner. 4:42 to go in this one. Now Favreau with it. Goes over to Label. Newly checked in. 4:30 to go until this one is in the books. 13-5 Monarch lead. And James Baird getting ready to check in as Kid Alman comes out. Baird comes in now. Pass over. The shot is good by Matt Bentz. Matt Bentz, a sophomore out of Lexington Park, Maryland, gets in on the scoring and actually will await a decision from the referees. Methodist wants a goal call. The two referees still conferring by the goal, and they might call this one off. They will call this one off. (13-5). Monarch lead as that goal's called off. And now Foster going in, passes across, hauled in by Horner. Horner being harassed and checked by Gravely. Now Perez defending. It'll go over to the right side to Label. 3:50 to go. Label right side on Davenport. Passes. The shot is off the crossbar. Peters now. Physical play, trying to get away. Passes over, and this one dangerously close. Hicks now passing over to Peters. Peters losing the ball. It's going to go out of play. It'll be Methodist ball. 3:30 even to go. Methodist 30 more shots than the Tornadoes in this one. Over double the amount of shots. 58-28 margin in favor of the Monarchs. And a flag thrown up in the air. We'll see what the penalty is. Jared Perez defending closely on Favreau. Perez on Favreau, losing a step. Now Horner has it. He fires. And another goal for Horner. It's his fourth off the bar. Cy Horner with his fourth goal, and it's a 14-5 deficit now with 3:05 to go. The referee speaking on what the penalty is here. They'll come over and announce it in a moment. Flag waved off. It was a conduct foul against the Tornadoes, but it's waved off. And now with 3:05 to go and the Nados down 9, they'll play on. Another face-off coming here for Finnegan McCormick. Scored on a couple of these a few moments ago. And now McCormick is unable to win this face-off. A lot of contact, and it'll be Brevard possession. And now McDonald going inside, passes over to Ellen. Ellen over the head of Francois. It'll go out of play. It'll be Methodist possession. 2:49 to go. Zach Taylor going in. Scott Bundy going in as well. 2:45 to go. Davenport checking in now as well. Foster with the ball. This one just about over. Bennett on the left side. Working on Jared Davenport, getting around him now, circling back. Pass over to Bard. And now Foster has it with 2:15 to go. Pass over to Horner, now Moore, now Bard. Under 2 minutes to go now. Bard with the ball on the left side, picked up by Scott Bundy. And now he's going to try and charge inside. Weaving gets hit hard, loses the ball. Ball goes up in the air. Gravely has it. Now Coleman goes out of his stick. Bard has it back, goes on the ground. Bard loses his stick. Now Gravely passes to Hicks. Hicks passes to Bundy. Bundy up the field to Johnson. Johnson middle of the field, goes to the left side. Zach Taylor. Taylor now in opponent territory. Goes over to McDonald. McDonald left side, Scoggins, 1:26 to go. Over to Ellen. Ellen passes Scoggins. Now McDonald. Wallace. Wallace going around, trying to find a corner. Now goes to McDonald, 1:06 to go. McDonald to Scoggins, 37 on the shot clock. McDonald once more left side, goes across to the right to Peterson. Under a minute to go here, 14-5 NATO deficit here. And all that's left to do is play out the remaining minute. This one goes over to the head of Ellen. It'll be Methodist possession. And 47 seconds till this one's over. Methodist about to pick up their first conference win of the season. Brevard will still be left searching for their first. Methodist will move to 6-6 on the year, 1-3 in the USA South, and the NATOs will fall to 1-8 on the season, 0-4 in the USA South. Under 20 seconds to go now. Moore with the ball, picked up by Bundy. Pass over to the left side. Bard thinks about shooting on Coleman. Instead, might just let this one run out. 8, 7, 6. The sun starts to come out, but the sun goes down on the Tornadoes here as they fall 14-5. That's going to be it. A 9-point victory for the Monarchs. Monarchs recording 59 shots. NATO's only 28. Finnegan McCormick with 4 goals on the day. A lone bright spot for the Tornadoes. And the NATOs not able to get it done in this one. And come tune in next ball game for the Tornadoes next Saturday at LaGrange College, 2 p.m. NATOs will still be searching for their first conference victory. Final stats and recap in just a moment. Matter of fact, getting the stats right now. One moment. 4 goals for Finnegan McCormick, as well as 1 for Andrew McDonald in the 14-5 defeat for the Tornadoes at the hand of the Monarchs. Once again, next Saturday, NATO's taking on LaGrange at LaGrange College in Georgia. Tune in for that one as the NATO's still looking for that first conference win and looking to get something going here in the home stretch of the season. Final here from Ives Lamel Family Field, 14-5.